watching the Mystical Green Beanie.
Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? I am the Mystical Green Beanie. Okay, so Flash War has officially begun. It's the culmination of everything that Joshua Williams, Carmen DiGiandomenico, and a few other artists have been building to since the beginning of Rebirth. And I'm not gonna lie, I kind of fell off Flash Rebirth for a while. Mostly because, A, the stories started to feel more like they were being aimed towards the audience who were fans of the Flash TV show, and B, actually there is no second point. The book just felt too much like the Flash TV show for my taste, and I wasn't feeling it because, as I've said before, I am not a fan of that show. Regardless, I had to get back on board because based off of the annual number 1, Flash War was gearing up to be everything that I thought I was looking for from this book. And I hope that's the case because based off my first impressions, things are looking pretty positive so far. So first things first, let me just explain why I'm so excited for this event. So for those of you who don't know, this goes back about 10 or so years. Wow, saying it out loud, really, wow, it's been 10 years. That's, holy shit, I'm old. But in 2008, there was this event called Final Crisis, which is amazing, by the way, and is one of the greatest stories ever told in the medium of comics. That said, if there's one problem that I have with it, it's the return of Barry Allen. But here we are, 10 years later, and Barry doesn't seem to be going anywhere anytime soon because time normalizes things. But it's not so much the return of Barry Allen itself that irks me. It's everything that came as the result of Barry Allen's return. Most notably, Wally West taking a back seat. He more or less retired after Barry came back and became the primary Flash, which I had no problem with at the time because the in-continuity answer for this was that Wally was going to retire and be a proper husband and father to his wife and 2 children. But then Flashpoint happens, and I think I've made it pretty clear what my feelings on Flashpoint are. Not only do I think it's regressive and misses the point of Barry Allen as a character altogether, but the consequences of that storyline really rubs me the wrong way. Because Flashpoint is the catalyst for DC's big, line-wide continuity-shifting reboot, The New 52. And in The New 52, Wally West was kinda, sorta, thrown away, and then Rebirth happened, and he came back. Kinda. Sorta. Ish. So even though Wally came back, he didn't really come back, because all of the characters and relationships and experiences were still gone, even though Wally himself was written back into continuity. Wally and Linda were never married. They never had Jai and Irie. We still have no idea what's going on with Jesse Quick, or Bart Allen, or Max Mercury, or the Garricks, or anyone from the classic Flash legacy. But what Flash issue 47 establishes is that these characters, and as a result, their legacies, are somehow trapped in the Speed Force, which doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Then again, the Speed Force has never made sense and was always somewhat of a plot device to get the ball rolling for whatever story you wanted to tell. So, I don't see why they should change anything now. Also, this event is building off of whatever it was that Geoff Johns was building up to before the New 52 happened. We see the return of the Renegades, who are these police officers who protect the DC Universe timeline, even though they are clearly bad at their job. Hunter Zolomon returns, and he's the Reverse Flash who served as the antagonist to Wally West, and he's offering to bring back Wally's old life. So there's a lot of interesting stuff that's going on in the first issue of Flash War, and it brings up a really interesting question. Is Barry Allen the bad guy of the situation? Because, let's be honest, not only was Wally's life destroyed because of Flashpoint, but there were a lot of people who were just erased from existence. All because Barry Allen wanted to go back in time to save his parents. Which, don't get me wrong, I get it. I would want to save my mother and father as well. But here's the thing. Barry is supposed to be Speedster Jesus. For years, he was written in such a way that makes Flashpoint inconsistent with his characterization. And because of that character inconsistency, a lot of lives were ruined. Well, fictional lives, but you get what I mean. There's this movie called The Girl Who Leapt Through Time, and in that film, this teenage girl gets the ability to time travel, and apparently her aunt knows about it and coaches her about what she should and shouldn't do with this ability. And for the sake of comparison, it feels like Barry Allen was always taking on the role of the aunt from this movie in relation to either Wally or Bart, who in this case would be the teenage time travelers. And what Flashpoint does is it reverses those roles, which fundamentally makes Barry Allen not only a different character, but a less sympathetic one. And again, based off of this first issue of Flash War, it looks like this event will be exploring those ideas. Plus, this storyline looks like it's going to be a direct sequel to the events of Dastardly Death of the Rogues, which is one of my personal favorite Flash stories of all time, even though it's a Barry Allen story, but whatever, I like it. Anyways, I just wanted to talk about Flash War because the first issue was really dope, I loved it. It's still pretty early in the game though, so there's a lot of room for disappointment, but I will remain optimistic. Anyways guys, what are your thoughts on Flash issue 47? Did you like it? Did you not like it? What are your feelings on the return of Barry Allen? Is that something that bothers people still, or am I the only person in the entire world who still feels some kind of way about that? Let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, hit the like button, share, support the channel, and if you want to see more content like this, all you have to do is subscribe. I'm the Mystical Green Beanie, thank you for watching, and as always, until next time, adios nachos, adios.
Charged up.